Now then, I think you remember about the wine saga. I said about making my apple wine, didn't I? Out my apples. And I said I made it the wrong way. You know, they said, oh, you can't do that. You can't use bread yeast. You can't just crush apples and make the juice, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's good enough reason for me to do stuff. People tell me I can't. And I made it, and look at that. It won't clear. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but look at the top of that. It's almost clear. You know, and it's got to be stood longer, of course. But now, look, that's nearly clear. So, they're wrong in that count, aren't they? That's proved me right once again. Also, my mate had some plums. Well, they went scrumping down the island on the boats and had some plums. And he says, oh, you can take them plums. I said, well, you can take them all if you like. He said, give me the runs. So I left him half a dozen and took them. And anyway, that night, he was on the phone like, well, you took all my plums. I said, yeah, well, you told me. Well, you took all my plums. I thought, you've got to make something alcoholic out of it. Well, I was going to make some jam anyway. Next morning, same blooming thing. I thought, oh dear, better make it. So I made some plum. And I bought some yeast. Hang on, it's in this cupboard. I got some yeast and some Camden tablets and a bit of clearing stuff on the views. And so I got that. Anyway, so it probably got me £2, I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, then I was looking about and I thought, well, I've got this demijohn now. I've only got one. It's near enough. And I can soon get some more. They're only £1.50 at car boot sales, aren't they? Anyway, I made this plum wine, look. And that's only a few weeks ago. And look at that. It's actually quite good. You know, already. It's still a bit gritty, you can see, and it needs a bit longer. But I can't remember. We got 4 or 5 bottles of that. So got my demijohn and I thought, well, I'll get some grape juice. You know, I've got the yeast and that, so about 85p a litre, I think. So, and they've given me some wine bottles. Look, so I've already done that. Thing when you're making wine, you've got to be clean, sterilise everything. People don't bother, that's when it goes wrong. But this, I left it in a cup. That was the dregs off the bottom. And I left that just in a cup with a towel down to the air more or less, and it's still alright. You know. So it just shows you, but no, you can't be too clean. And so what I've done, I've got some sterilising liquid in there. I just use baby sterilising stuff simply because it was at the local shop. I just got some of that and I do it quite strong. And then rinse it out well, you know, do a bit of a job. I mean, if you're going to half do the job, well, you've got to get half a product, don't you? But do half a job, and at least you can't be to blame. So what I'm going to do now is just to bottle this. Right, we'll bottle this demijohn in here. So I've done the bottles, washed them, rinsed them out well, so they should be alright. And the pipe, of course, that you sterilise, do everything. You know, sterilise everything. And then I've got some grape juice, look, some more, so we'll make another batch. Right, we'll see how many bottles we get out of one. I can't remember, I think it's 4, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm sure you all know how to get this, but the thing is you can't see through it in this red stuff, can you? Anyway, I can suck it twice, it don't worry me. There we are. And I hold the bottle down, you see, because it runs faster. And when you're done, it's nearly full, lift it up again, and it slows it up. You need it just to the right point. And then stick it in the next bottle and do the same again. It's the first time we've made any grape juice wine, so we'll find out in a minute. Right, then what I'm going to do, not going to waste it, not waste anything. This I'm putting in this jug. Like that. And then, if you tip that up, keeping it out sediment, you can get a jug full, I know. Watch you don't tip the jug. Oh dear. That's it. I don't want sediment. Right. Before we do that, I've cleaned the pop bottle out. I'm just going to put this, what I had left, in there. I'll have to get another one next time probably. What I'm doing, I don't waste anything, you see. Might not be as good as the others that I bottled. I've got 5 bottles, haven't I? If you remember. I'm just going to put that in there. And sterilised it, of course. Washed it, sterilised it, rinsed it out. I'm just going to put that in there and leave it. And the others I've covered up. The only mistake I made, but you're supposed to cover it, but never mind. Anyway, we've done that. Now I'm going to get some of this grape juice and put in here. I'll just rinse this jug out. Right, I'll just stop that and go and rinse the jug out. Okay. Next step is to put some of the grape juice and the demijohn. And then you want to put the sugar in here. I've got some hot water in the sink. And you just put it in the sink in hot water. Yeah, to dissolve the sugar. Where it says 400, that's 2 cups of sugar. That's about the amount you want. Anyhow, it's a little bit too much. I'm not worried about that. It'll only be a tiny bit sweeter. And I've got good yeast, so I'll put that in here. Do this funnel for this. I ain't got one now. So put this in, and then we have to give it another while just to warm up and to dissolve the sugar. That's all it is. How to make wine the easy way, this is. Purists say, oh, it's not wine, and moan. I've read it. Go on the internet and read it. You can see they say, oh, that's not the proper way, you've got to do this, you've got to leave it 5 years and store it in these bottles and do this, that and the other. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you do it that way, mate. You do it. Right, we'll just get the camera and we'll show you so far, show you the story so far. We're already making silly videos, aren't we? Right. Now look. Right, get a bowl full of water and put it in there. You can see the sugar at the bottom. Let it warm up for 10 minutes. Right, and while I'm doing that, I'll clear up my mess. Look, I'm really tidy, aren't I? Oh dear. Never mind, it's only a bit of sugar. It'll clean up. Well, I've cleared all my mess up. I only took a couple of minutes. Not like when you do it in the workshop. It takes 2 hours tidying up, doesn't it? So it's easy. Anyway, there we are, look. You can see that all the sugar's dissolved now. Just stirred in some hot water for a bit and all the sugar's gone. Dissolved. So all we've got to do now, top it up with grape juice, which I've got plenty of, you see, up to the shoulder, add some yeast and fit the airlock, put it in one place and I cover it up now. That's one I've just bottled, I'm sure it only had 4 in. Anyway, that's that. Now we want some yeast, which is up here in the cupboard. So I've got my yeast, look. And then you just put, well, a slightly heated teaspoon, and that's my teaspoon I use. I've got different ones and that's the one I use because I know it's the right quantity. So you just get this and you put a teaspoon of yeast in. Some people put a level one, some people put half a one, I put a raised one in. Just like that. There we are. That's it. And then all you have to do, fit the airlock like that, give it a shake like that. That's it. Then all I've got to do now is stand it in the room because it's warmer in the room. Cover it up with a tea towel, and in a few weeks we'll bottle it. The last one it went for about 2 weeks or more. It was going quite well. Oh, one thing I didn't say, forgot this. I put a Camden tablet in, and therefore you can sterilise with and do all sorts, but it stops any fermentation, which is a good idea if you stop it altogether. So if you put it in glass bottles, they blow up. So just stick one of those in it, you see. So that's the lot. So now all we have to do is leave it a couple of weeks, bottle it, leave it a few weeks, and drink it. Simple, isn't it?